Hi guys, thanks for watching. Today I'm going to do a get ready with me and 50 random facts about me. So let's just go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to start with the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Pore Refiner Primer. And first random fact about me is that I was born on Super Bowl Sunday. I've played softball since 7th grade. I have twin sisters who are 10. I'm 24, so that's a pretty big age difference. And we also have a sister that's 18. For foundation, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I am in the shade 102 Shell Beige. Next random fact, I live in the middle of nowhere. I have been married for about a year, and we have 2 dogs. They're outside right now. Their names are Rusty and Ammo, and they are basically my children. So you'll probably hear about them a lot. My favorite color is purple. Right now, I am currently unemployed. I actually just quit my job last week, and I am waiting to hear back from another one. So therefore, right now I don't have a job, but I'm kind of enjoying not having to be somewhere at 8 o'clock in the morning. So about 4 years ago, I almost died. I had a really severe asthma attack, and that was pretty crazy. I've had asthma since I was about 2. I have 3 tattoos currently. All of them I got when I was 18. My mom is my best friend. I actually have a recent obsession with crafting. That's pretty much what I do in my free time nowadays. This concealer that I'm using is the Maybelline Fit Me in the color 110 Light. And I don't do the full triangle like most people do. I don't feel that I need that much. Growing up, my childhood nickname was Lunch Meat. My dad gave me that nickname because I liked to eat turkey and ham as a snack after school. So that's what he's called me since I was little. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake with my Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder in Translucent. I'm going to just apply that with another Real Technique sponge. I don't do a heavy bake, I just put a little bit on there. Another random fact is I absolutely hate gardening. It is the worst thing in the world to me. I get very itchy every time I do it. Therefore, I just don't like it. I refuse to do it. End of story. My husband is actually trying to get me to make a garden this year since we just moved in December, and he really wants to start a garden, but I don't think that I'm gonna have any part of that. It just makes me too itchy, bugs me too much. I don't enjoy it. Okay, and that eyeshadow primer that I just used was the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the Anti-Aging. I have to use an eyeshadow primer. My eyelids are very oily. Okay, my favorite food as of right now is a French dip sandwich. Odd enough to say. And to set my eyeshadow primer, I'm going to use the Kat Von D shade in my contour kit. Just the lightest shade in the highlights. Okay, and for eyeshadow, I'm going to use the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. I love this palette. It's my go-to. I do really like Jaclyn Hill. She's one of my favorite YouTubers. I think she's hilarious. Sarcastic. Alrighty. Next random fact is that I used to race BMX. I started racing BMX when I was 2 and I was off of my training wheels before I was 3 years old. Next random fact is I really enjoy charity work. This past Christmas, we actually went and volunteered at the Toys for Tots, and we went shopping for the little kids, and we got to put together all their Christmas presents, and it was so much fun. I didn't want to stop, but we had to stop and go back to work. So that was probably like the highlight of my holiday season. It was pretty awesome. Okay. Next is I hate beer. I hate beer with a passion. I cannot drink it, cannot stand it. I've tried many times. Sometimes I can do the beer that has Clamato in it, and that's about as far as I can go. I do love wine, I love hard ciders, but I just cannot do beer. Cannot do it. So the shade right now that I'm using in my transition area in the Jaclyn Hill palette is Pooter. So it's this shade right here. Just using that in my transition. Next random fact about me is that I wear contacts. I have had glasses for a really long time. I've kind of gone back and forth with contacts, but I just have decided that that's my go-to. Next random fact is that I have a huge family, huge. My extended family is probably 60 people at least. We have family get-togethers all the time. We don't really even consider ourselves extended family. We are all just family, and we're all very close, and it's one of the best things in my life. Next random fact is that I love country music. Love country music. My husband and I went to Nashville for our honeymoon about a year ago, and we actually went because of country music. We went to the Grand Ole Opry, we went downtown Nashville and watched all of the up-and-coming artists and the bars, and it was the best time, funnest trip I've ever been on, and I cannot wait to go back. Okay, next one I'm going in the crease with is this shade right here, Buns. It's in the shade Buns, this one right here. I like to put this one all over my crease. And about halfway in my eyelid as well. My next random fact about me is that I have had about 4 cavities, but I never got any of them until I was 18. Next one is that I love to sleep. Sleep is my favorite pastime. I love to just lay in bed, watch Netflix, nap all day. That is the epitome of my perfect Sunday. Just sleep, take naps all day, do whatever I feel like, and usually that's sleep. I hate waking up in the morning. My husband knows not to try and wake me up in the morning because otherwise he gets yelled at. Poor guy, but next random fact about me is that my favorite hobby is reading. I read very often. Usually when I take a bath, I'll read. I'll end up staying in there for about an hour and a half, 2 hours to read. I work out about 3 times a week. I go to the gym with one of my friends. We're actually getting ready to bump it up to about 5 times a week. So that'll be fun. We're both kind of on a little bit of a weight loss journey, and we're holding each other accountable. And the way that we're doing that is if one of us blows the other one off for a workout, then they get to assign a really gruesome set of something that they have to do to the other one. So that's super fun. Last time I ditched out, she had me do 3 sets of 15 burpees, so that was fun. I talked her down to only 2 sets though. I was dying. Along with working out 3 times a week, we do meal prep as well. Usually what I do for that is I will just cook up some brown rice and some sort of chicken. Sometimes I'll do like a fajita chicken with fajita seasoning and like some bell peppers and onions. Sometimes I'll just do seasoned chicken. I'll always add some veggies in there, so usually I'll kind of switch back and forth between the brown rice or the riced cauliflower. I'll usually put a little bit of peanut sauce, or if I'm doing the fajita chicken, then I don't really add any seasoning to the rice or the cauliflower at all. It just tastes better that way, and that's what we do for meal prep. I always have a snack bag of veggies as well, so I've got like carrots, celery, cucumber. Sometimes I'll put like a little halo, little tangerines, do that for my meal prep, and that way I know that I'm eating healthy throughout the week and not feeling like I need to go to McDonald's or something like that for lunch, which I don't really like McDonald's anyways. That was a really bad example, but I do really enjoy doing the meal prep. I actually just quit my job. I was in property management for about 1.5 years. The job that I'm waiting to hear back on right now is in property management as well. It has kind of become my niche. I definitely have a lot of experience in medical because I did go to school for medical things, but property management has become easily probably about second place in the things that I would like to do with my life. So my first job ever, I worked at Arby's. I was just a crew member. I usually ran the drive-thru or the front. I never really did sandwiches that much, but that was kind of what I did in college. I never got a job until I was 18. I didn't really need to. I was lucky enough my parents were able to provide for me, and I didn't have to get a job. I also was very busy with sports. I played softball all throughout high school. I was in marching band as well, so I was pretty busy throughout all of high school. I didn't really have time to get a job. So next random fact, I have a pretty small circle. I have about 3 close friends that I like to spend time with. I don't have very many more. Reason being is I'd rather have a small group of really great friends than a big group of not so great friends. So next is that I truly believe in family time. So we have always, since I was little, we used to have family dinner every single night. We would sit around the table, eat dinner together, and I think that it's just such an important part of life and having a family. And so I'm a big believer in that. My husband and I still, we sit together every night for dinner. We don't have kids yet, but I cannot wait to have a baby. We sit together every night for dinner. Sometimes he'll come home late and I'll eat without him, but I'll still go ahead and sit with him at the dinner table, listen to how his day was. He'll ask me about how my day was, everything like that too. So, all right, for my lid shade, I just went in with this shade right here. This one right here, and it is called Obsessed. And it's such a pretty color. I'm kind of going for more of a neutral eyeshadow look today, so I'm not going to use my finger, but sometimes I will use my finger to go in and just make sure that it's super, super pigmented. Don't really need that as much today since I don't really have anywhere to be, so just going to use the brush. And this is a Wet n Wild brush. I got it at Fred Meyer. It was like $3. It's just this little shader brush. Okay. Next random fact about me is that I am extremely sarcastic. That is neither here nor there as far as good or bad. I just am very sarcastic. I am known for cracking jokes in bad situations. My grandma, every time she is in the hospital, somehow we end up cracking jokes, making the nurses and the rest of the staff laugh. It's pretty funny, but yeah, I don't know if it's a good thing, but that's how I am and that's what I do. Next random fact is I have a huge shoe addiction. I could buy shoes every day. Go shoe shopping all the time. Love it. If one of my pairs of shoes gets worn out, then I automatically have to go shoe shopping. I definitely have my go-tos. I'm definitely a big boot person. I like the riding boots. I like cowgirl boots. I like booties. I like every single type of boot. I would wear them all. I wear them all the time. They're definitely my favorite shoe to wear. Next random fact is I am pretty much allergic to everything. I am allergic to grass. I'm allergic to trees. I'm allergic to soil. I'm allergic to dogs. Yes, I have dogs. I'm allergic to pretty much everything. I joke that I'm O2 intolerant. O2 is oxygen, and I do have asthma, so it kind of works. Next random fact is I love swimming. I love to go swimming. I could swim laps all day. I like to go to the lake and just hang out at the lake, swim all day long, get a nice tan. It is one of my favorite things to do. Next random fact about me is I am a competitive shooter. So what I do is I go to the shooting range about once a week. We do a time yourself against the clock situation, and you have to try and beat your score and everybody else's score as well. We do that once or twice a week, and then there's some bigger competitions as well during the rest of the summer. Actually, a couple years ago, I was the second lady in the Northwest Rimfire Challenge. I didn't do it last year because I was on a trip with work. I was really bummed about that, and this year they're not actually going to be doing that competition, so I don't get to go back and defend my title, but we do that in the summertime. Another fun fact is I love to arrange flowers. I know it's kind of weird because I hate gardening, but I love arranging flowers. If somebody gets me flowers, my husband comes home with flowers, I love to arrange them. I would rather he brought home flowers than sent me flowers at work, because that means that I get to have fun and arrange them however I feel like and how I think that they'll look pretty. So for bronzing and contour, I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, the middle shade and the lightest shade. Next random fact is that I love to go camping. Love it. I used to go every summer. We haven't gone in a while. Life just keeps happening, making it so that we can't go. But it is one of my favorite things to do. I love to go and sleep in the tent and just kind of get away from technology and everything else. Next random fact about me is I got in a car wreck about 2 months ago. My car was completely totaled. A guy hit me. I was at a stoplight. He hit me going about 40 miles an hour. Completely totaled my car. I had just gotten that car in September. Yep, September. So I had only had it for not very long, and he just assholed me right there. So that was lovely to deal with. I had pretty bad whiplash. I actually just finished physical therapy due to my whiplash this last Friday. Today's Monday, so I just now finished. Next random fact, my favorite quote will always be, it was by my great-grandma. It is, "There are no mistakes in life, only lessons." I actually have that tattooed on my back, and that was the first tattoo I ever got. It covers about half of my back. It's partially my great-grandparents' gravestone, and partially that quote. It's got flowers and a hummingbird on it. Her favorite bird was a hummingbird. So that was my very first tattoo. I got it for my 18th birthday from my parents. That's what they got me for my birthday. I had wanted it since I was like 12 years old. So that was a pretty big deal for when I turned 18. So that's what I did. Next one is that my love language is quality time. That's probably why I'm so big on doing like family dinners every day, and I love to just go spend time with my mom or my sisters. They are my favorite people, and it's just my favorite thing to do in the whole entire world is go spend time with them. The next one is that I enjoy paperwork. I think that that's why I like property management so much, is that I have to do paperwork all the time. That is mainly what the job is. I mean, you have to concentrate on, you know, making sure that people pay rent and everything like that, but a big chunk of it is paperwork, and that's all you have to do is paperwork all day long. So that's probably why I enjoy property management so much. It's because of all the paperwork that I have to do. Next one is that I had braces in 3rd grade. That was really, really early. I had them on these 4 teeth right here, the front 4. And they're supposed to bring them all forward so that I can have room for my molars and everything, and that worked. And I broke my retainer after that, and so they separated back out again. So you can kind of see they're a little bit separated, but it is what it is. Last random fact about me is that I am 5'6", so I'm about medium height for a female. So last thing we gotta do for makeup is mascara. So I'm gonna actually use 2 different mascaras. I use the L'Oreal Telescopic and Carbon Black for length. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quick. The next mascara I'm gonna go in with is the Smashbox X-Rated mascara. I never hear anybody talking about this, but it is so good. It is $20 like most high-end mascara, but it is so good, so good. And this one kind of volumizes. Okay, so that's it for the eyes. Now I gotta go in with some highlight. For my cheeks and my highlight, I use the Becca and Jaclyn Hill Face Palette. It is my favorite. For blush, I went in with this one, Amaretto. I think I'm actually going to use Champagne Pop for my highlight today. Usually I use Prosecco Pop, but I used more of a cool toned eyeshadow today. So just go ahead and put that on my cheeks. Gotta go grab my lipstick out of the car that I want to use today. So I'm going to go do that really fast. Be right back. Okay, and for lips today, we're going to use the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Poet. It's a really pretty peachy nude, close to the color of my lips. And it's just a nice natural color. I have another one, I don't remember what it's called, but it's more red. My husband is not a big fan of red lipstick. He saw it and he goes, "What in the heck are you wearing?" I still wear it because it's not like a big deal. He's not upset with me if I wear it, but he would rather see just, you know, the more calm, neutral makeup, which is fine with me. That's usually kind of my go-to anyways. Sometimes I'll wear the red one. This lipstick lasts all day long. It is so good. I will always use it. I've got this one, I've got that red one, and then I will also be purchasing more here very soon. So that is my favorite liquid lipstick at the moment is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. Alright guys, so that is it for my Get Ready With Me. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Go ahead and comment down below the next video that you want to see, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!